What's up, everybody? That's not an intro that I want to do. Hey guys. So in this video, we're gonna turn this kid. Okay, that's really bright. This kid, we're gonna mask him out of an image, and then it's gonna turn like that. Then we're gonna bring him into this image, and then, I gotta do a lot of control Zing. Basically, we're just gonna blend him with the background, and yeah. So it's gonna go from this to this. We're going to blend the images. We're gonna add shadows. We're gonna add the highlights, which you see right here, and all of that in Photoshop. So let's get right into it. So, to start off, I'm just gonna mask this kid out of his image. I'm gonna select subject, and hopefully it selects him well. Yeah, as well. That's good. Okay, that works. Let me zoom in. Maybe select the mask and use my refine edge tool. Oops. No, that's fine for right now. It's really tiny. The imperfection. So, okay, that's way too big. That's a good size. He's not really, he's kind of balanced with the background, but not completely. So I'm going to make a curved adjustment layer, and with the first saturation, the first eyedropper, we get the darkest things in the image. Well, with our in our background, which is this black thing. The mid-tones, which is probably this, and then the lightest part, which is probably over here. And it's kind of matched. I can just turn the opacity down. And now it's more matched. Now I'm going to add levels to this kid, I think. And try to, either I can do that, or I can get a curves adjustment layer, clip it to the kid, and then just kind of turn the blacks up, because it's I don't know why I can't scroll down. Let me undo that. Oh. Okay. I guess without that layer works. Then some people duplicate him and their object and then make a shadow with it. Some people actually draw it out. Um, if it's on like something that's super bumpy and isn't like grass or just like a normal ground, I would just draw it out. But since it isn't one of those, um, I would add a drop shadow, and then from here I would go left click on the drop shadow and then click create layer, and then it's going, if sometimes it says something about you can't edit this layer after you do it whenever you click create layer, just click like change layer anyways or something. Then I'm going to turn down the actually no, I'm not going to turn on the opacity yet. I'm going to give this a mask. This is going to be a pretty short video because this is a pretty simple topic. I'm going to grab my brush, make it pretty big, turn down the opacity, and then just go on these edges. Actually, no, don't turn down the opacity. Just go on the edges of your shadow because it's not supposed to be like that solid, but make sure that you're up close and then make it pretty small because sometimes it's pretty hard to do that. And I'm going to take that completely away, actually. And then try to fade it out, so turn your opacity down to maybe 20-ish, and then go like right here, and then just start going back up. Because that's how shadows work. They start off strong, but then they end pretty weak. Sometimes it's just not noticeable. In those cases, if you need to, turn up the fill. Now I'm just going to try to get it so it aligns with how the lighting is, which it comes straight from directly this way. So it's I'm going to hold control to distort it, and I'm just going to make sure that it's going directly straight this way. Thing that makes me feel bad is they're in the shadows, but there is a lighting, a shine on the right side. So either you can just make it so it's completely black. We'll check how that looks, or you can make it and try to make it so there is a highlight on this side and then shadow on this side. I think the first option is probably gonna look better. So I'm gonna try that side, that one first. I'm gonna make a hue and saturation layer. Turn lightness down to 0. I'm gonna click on the mask. I'm gonna press Control I so it inverts it, and then with a white brush, I'm gonna paint over these areas. Make sure your opacity is at like 40-ish, 40, 50-ish. And then turn your opacity down to maybe 30-ish. Press X so then you get rid of some of it. Okay, now we can add highlights on this side, and the highlights are like this lightish orangish. So I'm going to make another hue and saturation layer, and I'm gonna click colorize, turn it to like a yellowish. Make sure saturation's pretty high. Make sure lightness is pretty high. I'm gonna my voice crack. Then I'm just gonna add my highlights. Oh, and this time make sure your opacity is at 100 because we'll just fix them later. So, what I do is I make my brush pretty small and I just go directly on it. You would have saw if you saw my speed art video, which I'm going to be making more of those. So, stay tuned, I guess. Just go around the outside and kind of go with the ripples. If it feels like there's a light, it should be there. This backpack. Continuing down here. Then we're gonna make our brush a little bit bigger, and then we're gonna change it so it's black, and then go over like this. Go over like the sides. And when you zoom out, it looks semi-realistic. I'm gonna zoom out all the way, and there, that looks really realistic. A lot better than I thought it was going to. But yeah, that's how this video got a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Okay. So that's how you blend one thing into an image. This is more simple stuff. The stuff I was doing in my Flash videos, it's basically kind of like the same concept. It's just I had to glow to everything. And in the end, it looks sick because it's really weird and it just starts to make you feel weird. But, yeah. Hope you will make some cool stuff with this. I don't know. You can't really make things that's most cool. But you can probably make a loved one something that looks nice. Okay, so, I'll see you the next one. Bye.